Hello again, fellow troubadours. Today I'm going to cover 5 songs from the 90s and how I think they should be in your playbook for live gigs. Trust me on this one. Does this look like a face that would lie? Okay, you don't have to answer that, but if you do want to answer it, leave it in the comments. As a solo acoustic act, the 90s really are great because so many of those songs lend themselves to acoustic guitar. It also helps that during that era we had MTV Unplugged, where many of the acts of the day stripped themselves down. So you have bands like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and so on that were electric groups, giving us a lot of repertoire to choose from those unplugged MTV shows. The other thing I like about the 90s music for solo gigs is that these songs tend to bridge the gap between the older classic rock tunes and the newer music of today. I'll also share some ideas for where you could loop these songs, where it's applicable, of course. So this will help make these songs a little bit more interesting, let you put some solos in, etc. As always, please like, subscribe, and of course, let me know your thoughts, good, bad, or otherwise, in the comments. But mostly good. What would you pick for your 5 crowd-pleasing songs from the 90s? I want to know, so that I can steal your ideas and then pass them off later on as my own. Just kidding. It's time to bust out your flannel shirts, lace up your Doc Martens, because I'm about to get started. Let's head into the 90s. So the first song up is going to be Good Riddance, otherwise known as Time of Your Life, by Green Day. This is from 1997, and this song was actually used in the final episode of Seinfeld. Doesn't get more 90s than that as far as I'm concerned. So, the chords in this song, really so simple. G, C add 9, D, and then E minor. Okay? You have that telltale intro. Right? And the first verse goes through that really lightly picked part, right? Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. Pre-chorus, E minor. So make the best, D, of this test, and don't ask why. Same thing over. Chorus, E minor. Something unpredictable, the G. In the end was right, same thing. I hope you had the time of your life. And then it goes into the strumming part. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, etc. As far as the strumming part goes, I would say listen to the record. I'm not going to get into all the details of how to play every nuance of this song because the idea of this video is really just to give you the idea of the 5 songs that I think are great picks. But this one is a great pick. Everybody loves this song. It's strummy, but it's kind of like rock, at the same time. It's got a lot of good elements to it. Everyone knows it. Everyone likes it. All different age groups. And it's fairly easy to play and sing. One of the things I love about the 90s is that you had many, many different great songs in different genres or like subgenres. So for example, the last song, you could consider Green Day almost like a punk rock band, right? Or a grunge alternative band. Here, the next song, we're going to go with I Only Want to Be With You by Hootie and the Blowfish, which is just like a pop song, right? A pop alternative song. Okay. Really, really cool song. It was released in 1995, and in order to play it, we're going to capo the 2nd fret. I'm not going to get into so much chord names for this song because the fact that we're capoed on the 2nd fret kind of makes the chord names a little bit weird. We'll put the song in F sharp. We're going to start with our E shape. You know that familiar riff, right? The second chord is 4th fret, 4th string, All right, we're counting from here, of course, because we're capoed. And 2nd fret, 2nd string. So E shape. We're on the intro, all right? That's just a B chord. I'm playing it with my 1st finger, 2nd fret on the 5th string, 3rd finger, 4th fret, 4th string, pinky, 4th fret, 3rd string, and I'm letting these bottom 2 strings ring out. You could play it the traditional way like this. It would be like a B chord, right? We'd call it a B chord because we're capoed on the 2nd fret, but it's technically a C sharp chord, but just like that. So intro. So now let's go through the first verse. You and me, we come from different worlds. You like to laugh at me, look at other girls. The same riff. And you wonder why I'm such a baby. The dolphins make me cry. F sharp minor, there's nothing I can do. A, been looking for a girl like you. Back to the riff. Second half of the first verse. You look at me, nothing left to say. Only pound at you till I get my way. Same thing through and through. Well, there's nothing I can do. F sharp minor. I only want to be with you. Back to the riff. Now's where it changes. You can call me your fool. A, or A like this. I only want to be with, to that B chord, you. So let's go through that second half of the second verse again. Because then after that, that's the way the whole song is going to go. You're going to have that, there's nothing I can do. I only want to be with you. You can call me your fool. I only want to be with you. Again, F sharp minor. A, I only want to be with you. A, me your fool. B, I only want to be with you. And then it just repeats, okay? So the first half of the first verse, you only have that one time it does that. Looking for a girl like you. But the rest of the song follows the other format where it's F sharp minor to A to riff, then A to B. Now if you listen to the record and play along, now that you know the shapes, you'll easily be able to match up the format. Okay, it's a little bit hard to explain the format without making this video take forever, and the purpose of this video is to cover a bunch of songs. Let's get into one of the cool aspects of this song is that you can loop that main riff and you can take the guitar solo the way the original song goes. So let me plug in. I've got my little wireless X5. I don't know if you saw the review I did of this last week, but check it out. This is a great little piece. I've been using this wireless a lot. So if we were to grab a loop of this part, in, out. Now I have a loop of that grabbed. We can take the solo. I'm going to stop it for now. The solo to this is real simple. It's going to be F sharp major pentatonic or D sharp minor pentatonic. They're the same thing. F sharp. D sharp minor pentatonic. I'm going to give you the chord shape. So at some point as you're playing the song, just grab a loop of this. And when the solo part comes, you just click on the loop and you can either play the exact solo that's in the song or make it up, who cares? And then when you click out, nothing I can do. I only wanna be with you. Tangled up in blue. Real simple, real good song. Hootie and the Bluefish. Watch those teeth on those bluefish. Hootie and the Blowfish. I only want to be with you. Warning, it's about to get grungy up in here. Okay, next song, About a Girl by Nirvana. This is a great song when you feel like screaming at the audience. E minor to G. Right? I need an easy friend. I do with a hand to lend. The guitar is tuned down a half step for this song. You might want to tune it down more. Maybe you can sing it without it being tuned down. Maybe you want to sing it an octave lower. The chords, E minor, that's the main riff, to G. I'm standing in your line. I do hope you have the time. Right? I do pick up number 2. I do. Next part. C sharp, like a major chord, right? Like a power chord. Then the same C sharp, but with a G sharp in the bottom. So take advantage while we move to F sharp. And we're playing like it's an F sharp major chord, but Kurt Cobain just kind of laying his third finger across the 4th fret, and he's kind of sloppy about what rings out on top. So you hang me out to dry, but I can see you. E minor, A, C, free. Right? So take advantage while you hang me out to dry, but I can see you every night free. That's the whole song. I'm not going to scream at you anymore. I can see the comments now. Frank, your voice is terrible. Frank, people are just can be so mean. But I love it. Anyway, so that's basically the whole song. Okay? Every chord, every part. Pretty simple to play. Fun to sing. I don't know if it's simple to sing. And for looping, all we have to do is grab a clean loop of this. In, out, and we click that on at the appropriate time, and we can take the solo that goes with this song. Real simple. We're going to click out to that pre-chorus. And then you know how the song repeats. Again, as always, listen to the record. Now that you know the chords, you know the pieces, you can listen to the record, if you don't already know it, probably by heart, and piece together the parts, the format of the song. Another little side note for that solo, just keep in mind, it starts on a B note, but if you think E minor pentatonic, like, think of this. Can't go wrong. All right, song number 4. We are talking about 1995, and the song is Wonderwall by Oasis. Now, listen. Guitar players love to shit all over this song like it's like they're too good to play it. Like, I don't judge a song based on how popular or cliche it gets. I judge a song based on how people in a real audience react when it's played. And this song never, ever doesn't work. So you might have a few guitar players that roll their eyes at you when they play it, but you're not there to impress other guitar players or not impress other guitar players. So me personally, I could care less what other musicians think. That being said, they are passing legislation in the UK to actually ban this song from being played by cover musicians for their own personal safety. Just kidding. Okay, enough of my rant about Wonderwall. Chords very simple. E minor 7th. We're capoed on the 2nd fret, right? E minor 7th. G. D sus. A7 sus. This 3rd finger and pinky that are on our 3rd fret on the 2 bottom strings stays down through the whole song. So see, it's not so bad. Verse. Today is gonna be the day, gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should somehow realize what you gotta do, right? I don't believe anybody is the way I do about you now. Okay, that just repeats. Then let's just get to that. All the roads we have to walk are winding. All the roads, C add 9. All the roads we have to walk are winding. E minor 7th for 2 times. All the lights, light the way are blinding. Same thing. There were many things that I G would like. G with an D with an F sharp in the bass that just walks down. Like to say to you to the E minor 7th, but I don't know how to the A7 sus. So there were many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Stays there. Chorus. Because maybe C at 9, E minor 7, G, E minor 7. It just keeps going back and forth. Maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. That's it. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. Then it hangs, right? Ba-doom, ba-doom. That's that A7 sus chord that gets us back into the next verse. Today was gonna be the day. Alright? Wonderwall. Now you know the chords. I gave you the charts. Go listen to the record. You know, get the orchestration of it right. And practice that strum. Okay? Get the feel of that strum. It's da-dum-da. There's all kinds of variations to the strum, but again, it's fairly straightforward, fairly easy song, and everybody loves it. Our 5th and final song is Santeria by the group Sublime. Perfect example of the 90s. This song was released in 1997, and when I say it's a perfect example of the 90s, it's because, like I said earlier, in the 90s you had all different styles of music, all under that umbrella of it's the 90s. This group, and this song in particular, has elements of like ska, reggae, and the 90s just had that. You had grunge, you had pop. The song has a verse section, a chorus section, and then it has a specific outro part. And one of the chords are not diatonic to the key. I'm not going to get into specifics as far as that theory conversation goes, but because it's not diatonic to the key, it will affect us when we take that loop, which I'm going to show you, to play a solo section. But it's still fairly simple. Okay, the song is in the key of E. I'm going to instruct you on how to play it with the capo on the 4th fret, and we're going to use the C shape. This is going to be our E chord, right? Because our root is the E note here on the 7th fret of the A string. Now, I also want to state, I don't play it in this key. I can't sing it in this key. I would actually play it in the key of D. So if I was playing it, Santeria ain't got no crystal ball, but I'd be singing it in full voice, which I am not going to subject you all to right now because it's early when I'm filming this. Okay, chords for the verse section. And we want to keep that C, E major. I'll stop there for a second. That chord, diatonically speaking, in the key of C, or as a 3 chord, should be minor. I say it should be, like it's incorrect. But diatonically, it would be a minor chord, a 3 chord. But in this song, it's a major chord. It's not uncommon to have that 3 chord be major, but it's not diatonic. So it's going to throw us a little curveball when it comes time for the solo. Not a big deal. But, okay. Verse. C. E. A minor. Had $1 million. G. I'd spent it all. Pre-chorus, or chorus, I guess. F, G, C, A minor. So, what I really want to say is there just one, right? Deep, deep, deep. Very simple. Then back into the verse section. My soul will have to wait till I get back, find a heart of my own. So just be aware of that. When you're playing the chorus, what I really want to know, my baby, what I really want to say is there just one. Dee, 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 right? Dee, 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 dee. It doesn't complete. When it gets to the C, it starts back on the verse section. Da, 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 da. You're going to have to listen to the album. It's intuitive once you listen to the song and know the song, but just know that it's not, it doesn't just complete the cycle, like say 4 times and then go back to the verse. It cuts short on the last cycle and cuts right back into the verse section. So then there's the outro part. Basically, it just walks down, starting from the 1 chord. So we got C, G with a B in the bass, A minor, G, F, G, C7. That's the only little snafu, or fly in the ointment, as we can call it. So, but my soul will have to wait. Yeah, 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 yeah. C7, C7, C7. Okay, now let's talk about what we can do for a solo. All we have to do to get a loop for the solo section is we have to grab, let me plug in real quick. Alright. I'm not going to plug this X5 again, but it's so good. There's a link in the description if you want to go about browsing it on Amazon or purchasing it from my affiliate link. It helps the channel. Even if you just browse, you don't have to buy anything, but it helps the channel. There's all kinds of affiliate links in the description. So for this song, you want to grab a loop of the verse section, okay? So it's... So let's grab it. In. So the solo happens over this section. Now you could learn the solo from the record if you choose, or you could just mimic it like what I always do. The only thing I will warn you about for this solo is, okay, it's in the key of E, which means we could use that E major pentatonic, or we can use the C sharp minor pentatonic. Shape we all kind of know, right? The only issue we have to be aware of is the second chord in the pattern. It's not a minor chord, it's a major chord, which means we don't want to get caught if it's a G sharp major chord, right? That means the third would be B sharp or C, right? So it would be that note, not minor. So we don't want to get caught playing a B note, which would be minor, over that second chord. Okay, we don't want to get caught. Kind of weird. So let's say again, we play this. So just be aware of that. A way you can play it safe is when the second chord of the pattern happens, which is a G sharp chord, make sure you're either playing a G sharp. You can never go wrong playing the root. Right? Not the greatest choice of note, but that is the only thing to be aware of. But again, you play in the song, you grab a loop wherever you can of that verse section, you click yourself in for the solo, and then coming out of the solo, it goes back to that, but I really want to know. So let's say we're playing the solo. I'll show you how to get out of it. Okay, but my soul will have to, we're in the solo. We're going to click out 3, 4, and pre-chorus. But I really want to know, my baby. That's all there is to it. So this is a great one to loop. Okay? Santeria by Sublime. That is my 5th and final song. I'm Frank Persico. I hope you got some value out of this lesson. I will see you in the next video. Take care.